What's going on, everyone? Hopefully we have put our terrible performance in the Sri Lankan series behind us. We've now got Bangladesh coming to the Caribbean. As many of you said, bring Evan Lewis in. That's what we've done. We've shipped Kieran Powell down to number 3, hoping that he can do a decent job. No place, I guess, in the side for Shy Hope after a poor performance from him in the recent test series, but we have gone with the same bowling lineup. Now we're going to go again with just the wickets that we have seen so far, and a lot of people have said make sure to try and do a little bit of, so he likes spin bowling, back foot and leg side, to try and, I guess, use a little bit of a bit more tactics and stuff like that, and it has worked already with Imran Khair's nicking behind, and that has been taken by Dowrich very early on, and that is the perfect start that the Windies were after, it must be said. Front foot outside off, so pull that there, go like that, tie him up and do exactly the same there, and hopefully that can go and work out for us a little bit better than it did against the Sri Lankans. We can already see that the batting is doing well. The one thing that I do have a little bit of a concern with is we have gone and knocked another one over. I think that is Nasser Hussain gone for 25, and it brings in Shakib Al Hassan, who is front foot leg side, so we'll go like that there. It's not that hard, it doesn't take that much extra time to go and do it, and hopefully it is going to help us in the long run, which it looks like it is so far. So thank you to you guys for going and selecting that. But as we have seen in the previous series, back foot and alright, so front foot for him. As we have seen in the previous series, it has been more the batting that has let us down rather than the bowling, and I'm going to have to make some changes not very early on, but lucky that I did actually go and realise that, otherwise it could have been a very dicey situation. And Bishu has been bowling exceptionally well lately, it must be said. He's gone and got another one here. I think he picked up 9 for in one of those innings. He is front foot leg side, so we'll keep that short and bring that back short. Beautiful, working well. But to have 4 wickets at, well actually it's going to be 5, so that's even better. To have 5 wickets at the end of session number 1, you'd have to think that Bangladesh are possibly regretting the decision to send themselves in to bat early on in the piece. Spin bowling, front foot and outside off, so just go and tie him up there as much as we can. But you'd have to say that Bangladesh are in control of this game so far and will be looking to carry on. Bishu, how good has he been lately? And the captain, Jason Holder, is doing exactly the same. He is coming through big at the right time, which is what we want to see. Pace bowling, front foot, leg side, so that's actually perfect. We'll just keep that as it is. And just need to keep rotating the bowlers around Bishu as much as we can. Gabriel was quite expensive. I'm hoping that he can come back and try and get us something. We don't want these two putting on too much of a partnership, which is what seems to be happening so far. Going to bring back Kemar Roach, and what an inspired change of bowling that has been. He's gone and picked up Hassan for 18, and all of a sudden things aren't looking too flash for this Bangladesh side that have come here touring. Kemar Roach is going to pick up his 5th, and it's going to be a suicidal run. I was going to say I thought it was Rahim that was gone, but it wasn't the case, which is a shame because we would have liked to seen him out earlier on in the piece. The one concern that I do have, and I'm hoping that we can try and negate it with a very good bowling performance and a good batting performance as well, is that we are going to be batting on day number whenever it is. We're going to be batting in the last session. We're going to be batting in the 4th session, and Bangladesh are known for their spinners, obviously. So I'm hoping that we can go and do a number on them here. Rahim is still in, 79, so he is really carrying this side at the moment. Going to pitch this up full, put it outside off, and hopefully it will go and spell the end of this Bangladesh side, and that is exactly what is going to happen. Rahim nicked behind. He did his bit, the Bangladesh wicketkeeper. He's gone for 81, but Bangladesh all out for 224, and it's going to be very interesting to see how old Evan Lewis does go here on debut. And you guys have absolutely stitched me up because he's gone and played all around a straight one there, which is not nice to see. We're just going to put that aggression up just to 2 bars, and then, as you said, as they do start to get more settled, start to move it up a little bit more, because it did seem as though, and I was actually just thinking about putting it up then, is that we do seem to be getting a little bit stuck when things are starting to go away and not really upping that run rate. It's looking like we're just trying to hang around a little bit. And once again, as I said, the bowling has gone and done the job, but the batting is what is letting us down big time. And if Bangladesh are spinning it this much in this innings here, imagine what they're going to do in the fourth innings. So the end of day one, and it has been a flurry of wickets that have fallen, 13 in all, and the West Indies still trail Bangladesh by 184 runs. And Braithwaite, you've got to start here, bud. Really need you to go and carry on, especially seeing the middle order is just not getting the job done whatsoever. Hetmeyer gone for a very well made 37 off of 41, but it's the same old story. Players going and getting starts and then just not going and carrying on, which is a shame. And hopefully, hopefully Braithwaite can go and do it. Roston Chase, how many more chances is this guy going to get? Because he is the same as Shy Hope. He is really struggling in that middle order. And we'll be hoping that we can get a little bit of a revival from both Dowrich, Braithwaite, and Jason Holder, who is in some pretty good form with the bat, to knock off this deficit, which is something we have not done in this career mode to date so far. We may not do it here, to be fair, as Dowrich has gone for 21 off of 49. Braithwaite hanging in there, and that's what we're going to need him to do. I don't actually mind that he did start so slow, because we have seen that he has been able to pick up that aggressiveness towards the back end of his innings. And he has actually moved into the 90s. Oh no! He's moved into the 90s and he's gone and got himself out playing an absolutely rash shot that we haven't seen all innings from him. And he has gone for 92, the highest score in the career mode so far. Still trailing by 13 runs, hoping that Holder can go and grab himself a 50 here. Now, that's not going to happen. We've gone and put the kiss of death on him. And as I did say, I wanted to try and get a decent performance with the bat, which would mean that it wouldn't be so much of an issue that we are batting in that fourth innings. But we are going to have to bowl exceptionally well here in the second innings, it must be said, to really try and get anything, because we do only have a lead of about a dozen. And there we go. Huck finishes things off. We actually lead by 16, so I was pretty close actually to the dozen. And this game looks as though it is going to be finished quite early on in the piece. So pace bowling front foot, so back foot, go there. Imran Cares is back foot and leg side, so outside off and full for him. And Tamim Iqbal gets a boundary, very first ball. So pace bowling offside, front foot, and back foot, leg side. So we want to do that there. And hopefully we can go and do what we did in that first innings, because the deficit has been erased very early on. But Gabriel has come back. He has been an absolute revelation, this guy, for this Windies team in this career mode. He has been basically the constant factor. He did get a bit of tap in that first innings, and I just realised that we haven't gone and made the changes to Hassan. So that's what we're going to do, and hope that we can go and try and pick something up. I'm kind of hoping that Bishu can come up big here in the second innings, and we're going to be, chasing somewhere around, hopefully, that 180 to 200. I think we can probably go and chase that down, but we are going to need to put in some good work, it must be said, in this latter part of this game. Shakib Al Hassan with a great start, and he is going along absolutely racingly, 30 off of 16. And that has pushed their lead up over 100 already with this counter-attack from Shakib at the back end of day number 2. Bangladesh leading by 114 runs, and they are going to lose a wicket very early on, I think in the first over of day number 3. So that's good. Bishu gets Iqbal as well, who was 62, so he was going good. Back foot offside, so just put that up full and keep it where it is. Here we go. Really, I was going to say, we want to try and get rid of Shakib early on, which is what we have gone and done here. And this game has been full of excitement so far. Muhammadullah, pace bowling front foot, and he likes leg side, so let's keep it outside off. And as I said, Bishu has been very, very good for us. He has been the standout bowler, not only in this series to date so far, but in the one against Sri Lanka too. That target that I was looking at trying to keep them to about 180, is probably looking a little bit slim here. 156. We do have Rahim in, who was very good in that. He was very good in that first innings. I think he scored 80 odd of the runs that were there. So we'll be hoping that we can try and get him down early on in the piece and try and break this partnership, which doesn't seem to be happening. I'm going to bring back both Gabriel and Kemar Roach before the lunch break. And they're just putting on a good wee partnership here. They've got that 200, so they are definitely back in control. And we could be looking at our 4th loss of the career mode here, people, which is not what we want to see. The runs are just ticking at a very slow rate, but they are getting it done. And that is not what we like to see. I'm going to use Holder and Bishu here until we get the new ball. 50 has come up for Muhammadullah and 50 for Raheem as well. 250 now is the lead that Bangladesh do have. And you'd have to think that that is possibly already out of the way of this Windies side, especially with how we have batted in recent times. We really do need to break this partnership, get into the tail, which has not happened. And Bangladesh have just absolutely, again, I don't want to be negative, but they have battered us out of this game already. And it's only session number 3 of day 3, which does, annoy me a little bit that we couldn't go. We did a very good job in that first innings with the ball, and we just haven't been able to back it up here. What a partnership these two have gone and put on. Raheem does get his 100 this time around, and then he has gone to Bishu. So we finally do get the breakthrough, but it is probably too little too late, it must be said, with that lead. Now, the lead is 336, and I was hoping to keep it to about 180 to 200. So there is no way that that is going to happen here, and it's going to be very tough going, you would have to say, by the Windies batsmen if they are going to go and get something out of this game. As I said, if we lose this, it would be our 4th test loss in a row, and you'd have to think that we are going to start sliding down the rankings very early on. Bishu has gone and picked up 5, so once again he has been the absolute star of the show. This is going to be his 6th. And he's getting a lot of caught behinds and a lot of LBWs, which is good to see. He's going to get his 7th, so he has just been an absolute revelation, it must be said, for this side. And we do have back foot leg side, so we'll just put that up. Roston Chase, he has gone and picked up a wicket here, but that really is all that he has done in his test career so far. He hasn't really scored too many runs. New all-time record for Bishu as well with his 7th. And just having a look at Roston Chase and his batting form lately. So he had a 41 in the first innings, then he's had very low scores, and he has only picked up, this will be his 3rd wicket so far. So he is going to have to go and improve on that massively, you'd have to say. And the Windies do need 350 runs. The one thing we do have on our side is time. We do have a lot of time. We've got almost 2 days that we can go and chase this down, and Evan Lewis gets his test career off the mark with a 4, which I guess is what you would come to expect from him, being such an aggressive player. And if we can somehow manage to try and knock this off, man, what a performance that would be. Again, I don't mind that Braithwaite's going slow, because we did see towards the back end that he can go and get more aggressive on it. And that is almost, I was going to say, with just 2 minutes left, almost the perfect start that you could ask for. We get through to lunch on day 4 without losing a wicket, 74 runs on the board. And Evan Lewis has actually gone and picked himself up 50, so that's good. Braithwaite is gone LBW to Islam for 33, so that's not what we wanted, but we've made a decent chunk. And here goes Powell. So again, what are we going to do with that opening partnership? Because it seems as though Lewis has now gone and I guess cemented a place in this side. But who is the man that is going to bat with him? And just as I say that about Lewis, I've gone and put the mockers on him. He's played one little inside edge, and it has been taken by the keeper Hassan behind the wickets. Still 246 left to get, so this game is definitely on at this stage still. But you'd have to think, as the game does go on and the pitch starts to get more spinner friendly, that Bangladesh are going to come into their own, and that is exactly what has happened. Hetmeyer with another start, and that is what is frustrating for me. 44, 47, 34, 37. He has gone and made those starts, and then a 23 here today, but he hasn't been able to go and kick on and get the big one. And Roston Chase, I honestly think the next test he needs to be dropped. He's picked up 1 wicket, he's scored 13 runs, and that is about all, folks. That is all that he has done. And the Windies, we got ourselves in such a good position, and once again we have gone and absolutely thrown it away with the bat. That's all it is. The bowling seems to be there. Apart from that one partnership that they did have in that second innings, it was pretty good with the ball. but the bat is just not gone and done the job. Can't imagine that we're going to win here. We need 180 runs. We've got the tail in, and if the tail is anything like the middle order, then we are going to be in for some trouble, because that's exactly what's happening. And Muhammadullah is going to be on a hat-trick here, folks. He is going to be on a hat-trick. I was going to say he needs to make it that far first, and it is going to be a dot ball from Shannon Gabriel. But Windies looking as though they're going to go down to another loss. As I said, that will be the 4th in the row in the career mode. A little bit more respectable, this one here, it must be said, but still, wholesale changes are going to have to be made for that next episode, you would have to feel, because things are just not going our way at the moment. I mean, we started off well, 224, we scored 240, maybe a little bit light in that first innings from us, and then that 365. It was that Raheem and Muhammadullah partnership that really did go and play us out of the game. Raheem getting man of the match for his 181 in the first innings. Bishu getting 7 for. So the signs are there. It is promising, but there are still going to have to be changes that are made for the second test if we're going to get anything out of this series. Remember, we haven't won a game in this career mode yet. I would love to do it, if we can, possibly in episode number 5. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I really hope that we can get this win first, not only for myself, but for you, because you've hung around and have, you know, I guess stuck by, which is really, really cool. It's really, really good. Even though we've lost, if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. I can't even talk because I'm so disappointed. If you are new, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you again very, very soon.